Welcome back. For the Do Now today, you were sharing your own opinion. Do you think our government is doing a good job fulfilling the purposes, those six purposes? Does the government do a good job of that? Now, you might have said, yes, they are. No, they're not. You could have said they are with one and two, but not three and four, whatever, however you wanted to say it. It was your opinion. I hope that you had reasons why. You could give examples as to why that would happen. One of the things we're going to do in this class is we are going to analyze political cartoons a lot. And we're going to do them a lot during Do Nows. We'll have a few assignments where we're going to do these political cartoons. But here's an example of a political cartoon. It's a cartoon. It can be funny, but it's not like a comic strip. Right? It's usually trying to make a point. It's usually a person, in this case, someone named Bronco, who wants to share their political opinion, express themselves, but instead of writing "I think blank," they are drawing a picture and letting you interpret it. So what we have to do when we see these cartoons is try to interpret, what does this mean? So we need to look for symbols. We need to look for people. Who do they represent in the real world? This is a good one because usually they're about politicians. This one is President Biden. We have all these other people, and what they do oftentimes is they just write names on them. So this one represents Hollywood, right? Big Hollywood, Wall Street. So all the big companies and big investment, the media, big tech, all these different groups of people are symbolized. So what's going on in this cartoon is we have all these different people holding Biden up. Well, what does that mean in the real world? That means Wall Street, these big companies, these big investment banks, Hollywood people, big tech people, China here in the background, the media, all these people in real life are supporting Biden. And what's Biden saying? He's saying, I'm out there for the little guy. I'm looking out for the average American while he holds giant bags of money from these people. So we have to determine, is this a good or a bad thing? Are they trying to make a good comment about Biden or a bad? And so this one is trying to criticize Biden, calling him a hypocrite, saying he's looking out for the little guy, yet all he does is hang out and get supported by the big guys, right? The powerful, rich people are supporting him and making him richer and more powerful, that he's not really looking out for the average American. All right, so this cartoon criticizes Biden. Today, our goal is to talk about democracy, the way our government works. We're going to use a few vocab words. First, we got democracy. This is a form of government where decisions are made by the people. People get to vote, and majority wins. Whatever side has the most people, they're the ones that win. That might sound like the United States, but we're not a real democracy. We don't get to vote on everything. We only get to vote on certain things. America is actually a republic. We have a form of government where decisions are made by representatives, people who vote for us. Now, we're democratic because we get to vote on who those people are. Right? We get to vote on our representatives, our Congress people, our senators, our president, but they represent us in government. They speak for us. So in reality, we're actually a republic. Sometimes people call us a democratic republic, a representative democracy, basically a way of saying we get to vote indirectly. We get to vote on the people who represent us in the government. So today we're going to be looking at democracy, different ideas around it, what it would be to be a true democracy, why is democracy not that great, why is it not perfect, and why is it a good form of government, and why does it work for us. So we're going to have a reading we're going to analyze, and then we're going to answer questions based on our levels of questions. So we talked about this on the first day of the trimester, how there's going to be different expectations for different types of questions, level 1, 2, 3, and 4. This will help you understand what's expected of you and also understand what you need to do in order to get good scores on your tests and competencies. So level 1, this is going to be the simple right or wrong, just find the answer. Right? Usually a one sentence can answer. When was Obama elected? Right? He was elected in 2008. Right? A simple question with a simple answer. Level 2 gets a little bit more complicated. It's still right or wrong, but we're talking about a more complex idea. You can't answer it in like one quick sentence. All right, so if I'm asking you to explain, that means to teach me in your own words with examples. Summarize means to take a big idea, simplify it. Describe means give me lots of details. So explain the cause of population growth in Asia. That's not like a one-word answer. Right? It's going to take a few sentences to explain that out. Summarize Trump's political views. Now you might try with one word, but like to really get a good summary, it's going to take a few sentences. Level 3 gets even more complicated. This is where you're going to have to answer a question. You're going to have a reason why. You're going to need evidence as to why you believe it, why your reason is right. And then you have to tell me, well, why does that matter? Why is that important? We call that analysis. All right, so you're going to say, which job is better, McDonald's or Walmart? You're going to say, McDonald's is better because they have a better, more promotions. It's easier to move up. And then you cite some evidence about all the different promotion programs they have. And then you got to tell me, like, well, why does that matter? Why is that important? Well, it's important because when you get a job, you should be always looking to become better at it, more training, higher pay. That stuff matters, right? Getting a job just to do it and stay at minimum wage isn't what we're trying to do, right? You never advance in life. So it's really important to have those opportunities to grow as you get older, right? So I had to explain why I cared so much about my answer. Level 4, this is an evaluation where you're going to have to do answer, reason, evidence, analysis, just like a level 3, but you also have to do counterclaim and challenge counterclaim. We'll talk about this later in the trimester where you have to pick which side you're on, Trump or Biden, evidence, analysis, but then also talk about, well, what do the other side say and why are they wrong? So today you'll read your article, annotate it, and then answer questions based on the different levels.